A very good afternoon, Sunday afternoon. It's me and you only. Today is Sunday, so no rush, no fuss. It's a good day, to think about planning your day for the next week or so. Then I was thinking, I'm about to be going into the life of a hermit. You won't see me in the next 1 week because there's quite a number of things that I have to work on. First of all, next week will be the last week of the graduation of one of my graduate for first image training certification. It's a first image consultant certification and international certification with 5.6 plus 0.4 CEU. So that is something that I have to finish at the end of at the beginning of the week. And then very soon I will be teaching 2 etiquette training. One is with Amber Chia called Image Mastery, where she will have her fashionista to do color and color matching and the latest style and fashion. Whereas my job and my training comes in is I would be doing professional wardrobe, I'll be doing social and business etiquette. So talking about social and business etiquette, I have my private custom-made program called Flair and Finesse. You would already have seen quite a number of promotions that I've done. Now this is actually a VIP group coaching. Today something came to my mind. It's called Begin with the End in Mind. Some of you would have done your 7 habits of effective people. You know what does it mean by begin with the end in mind. If you want to see the end, then you would have to know, you have to see where are you right now, yeah? And for those who think education is expensive, try ignorance. Come on, people, let's put your cards on the table. Just be honest. Now we don't live all by ourselves in a cave, right? We also don't live with just your handphone or your computer. Come on, we cannot eat them, yeah? And you really got to step up, look out, and meet people. Now is the time that we start beginning to be out, so it's very competitive out there. So you got to step up, go out and meet people. Why? Come on, you need to build human relationships. You need to have human interactions, right? Therefore, this is why you have to build your social network and your straighten up your business etiquette. I know some of you will continue to dream. I tell you what, your competitors will love you to bits. You can go on dreaming, but don't be sorry when you wake up being too late. Yeah. So that is why I always say you have to be responsible to your own doing. You might have your loved ones, your family, your friends who say, I'm here to support you. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is still you yourself have to help yourself. Sometimes I see it as it's a bit sad when I see people losing projects. They couldn't win the sales. They could have missed a promotion, or even praying so hard to be retained by the company. You come across some people who are like that, right? Yes. Also, at the same time, some people, I kind of, what should I say? Customer service is very important, and it is always in our blood. We want repeat sales. You not only lose your customers because you do not have good customer service, we wish we could have the repeat sales and we couldn't. Yeah. Yeah, some might want to have your dream job. You are still waiting for it. And I'm sure in your organization, you might have some leaders whom you mistrust or you do not respect them simply because, well, they don't treat people, they don't treat their downline or their team workers the way they should be treated in a charismatic way. That means their behavior could suck, yeah. They don't, I mean, they are not supportive in many ways, and they couldn't help them in many ways. So people do not respect such leaders, and they might find that they are not the role model that they want to believe in. Pretty sad, yeah? And some even what I said, it's pretty unpredictable nowadays. So you have to be really be responsible to your own doing. Is it because you do not know how to speak up? Is it because you cannot express yourself? You cannot negotiate? So what are you going to do to yourself? Now, flair and finesse. Flair means having a skill that you are very good at. So what is your strength? And finesse, it's an element in somebody who I would say impressively delicate. The way you handle people, the way you handle a matter, that makes people see the finesse in you with poise, with grace. Do you have? So, this is what I call every leader should possess. Why I say every leader should possess? If you possess such finesse, put it that way, you can become influential. You can make an impact to so many people's life. This is an invincible training because your kids look up at you, your colleagues look up at you, many people, and you can make it as a snowball effect into the society. Yeah. Flair and Finesse is in fact a 2-day exclusive. I call it's like a VIP group coach training. It's I always say it makes a woman has her substance and a man has his essence. So you need to bring your A game to the society. Let me tell you a little bit about what you're going to see or what you're going to work in Flair and Finesse. Having Flair and Finesse, first and foremost, you need to dress well. You need to dress smart. You need to dress sharp. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say dressing smart and sharp, doesn't mean it comes with a bank-breaking price or price tag, as I say. You can always blaze dazzle with details of your clothes or the way you put an ensemble to give you a polished look. But you can't help the fact that when you dress smart, tidy, pleasant, you are always the person who gets the first glance, if not even the second glance, right? Now then, what's after your dressing? Well, so in Flair and Finesse, we addresses the basis of good dressing. We tell you how to make a polished look on yourself based on your own, attire that you have. So we give you some kind of a step up in your normal way of dressing, yeah, in order to get the impact. But what happened after you dress? Dressing is only a very short part. I always say it is good to have a first impression, but don't forget the lasting impression is even more important. There are people, I would say, they could dress well, but they don't treat people in a very nice way. They treat people badly, the people around them. That's an ugly truth. I always say, why waste your money if you're so ugly? Because your dress is more expensive than you. So the way you treat people, your mannerism reflects in your behavior every day, and aka I call that etiquette. So etiquette is the code of polite behavior that you work around with people. Yeah. So in Flair and Finesse, I will address at least 10 faux pas of local behaviors so that we can correct it. I give you one very good example of someone who is so charismatic in his etiquette, because how your gestures, the way you treat people, it differentiates you between a CEO, a manager, or a supervisor. I always relate this to my friends or in my training classes. I have this friend called Leslie. He is in Penang. He lives in Penang. One day he was in Kuala Lumpur and we say, let's catch up with an afternoon tea. Yeah. And as usual, this diva is always very late. So I was like 15 minutes late. Guess what? Usually a guy who is supposed to meet a client or somebody or your associate, what do you do when the person is late? So when the person is late, being a guy, tell me, I'm sure this is what you do. You will go into the cafe, order a cup of coffee while waiting for me, correct? But this guy, Leslie, no, he didn't do that. When I was late, I got shocked when I saw him right at the reception at a waiting area. So he actually waited for me, greeted me, and both of us walk up into the cafe, sit me down, and we start to order our food. I was like, gosh, I really treated so well by this guy. So it tells your upbringing, the way you handle a situation, how you make people feel good about you. Yeah. Is it just your etiquette? Now, I used to be training in Chanel before. Now, talking how you manage your words could also be, how would I say? It can also make you to be a person of flair and finesse. Now, like I said, I trained in Chanel before. You know, the sales consultants will usually sell you the bigger bottle, because with the bigger bottle, they earn higher commission. The truth is, not everybody can afford the big bottle, right? So what happened? In order not to make the person in an awkward situation, if the person felt that, oh, this is too much over my budget now, Malaysians are very honest, then what would the girls do? They are very smart. They would say, may I offer you something less expensive? So you put that person in a very good situation where he is not there to spend too much money. At the same time, he's actually getting something very premium. So you see, good customer service, you pair it with your words, people love to come back to you. So another example is when I say awkward situation, I used to go to the gym, or whoever, meet me, maybe some old friends or old colleagues, they might say, and they will come very close to your face, and they said, Joe, you have got eye bags, yeah? What would you think I should answer them? And some even said, Joe, for your age, how could you keep your complexion? My eyes almost rolled up the ceiling, as you can see. So there's always a better word, better way of asking somebody. If you are saying, if you are trying to tell me, hey, your eye bags are so prominent, would that be better to ask the person, did you sleep well last night? You sounded a little bit more a caring in that sense. Yeah. And the other thing is it's very funny. You know, we are very Malaysians are very nice people. We are very honest, and we usually give a lot of compliments. Yeah. But how do you give honest compliment? When you see somebody wearing a nice dress, you usually say, Joe, I like that dress. So sometimes I'm quite naughty. I say, okay, you like my dress. What about me? Something like that. Yeah. So I know you are trying to say that person, she's so pretty, so beautiful in a dress. But how do you put it in a very nice way? You just need to carry your words, right? You might just say, I love your sense of dressing, or I really love your sense of style. That's exactly what you're trying to say. Or you can say, you know, you really make the dress look good on you. It's the same meaning. It's just how you parry your words. So expressing yourself, I would say sugar coating, but say some good words that will not leave the person in an awkward situation, and no lip service, say something that is more pleasant. Why not? Yeah. So you see, being an educator, I always want people to upgrade themselves. I always want people to up level yourself, because if you can learn some flair and finesse, you have much more opportunities, unlimited opportunities. From one person, you can impact another person, and another person. So it's a snowball effect. And in the society, if everybody can beef up, everybody can sharpen your communications, learn how good etiquette can get trust and bring more people the likable factor to you. Indirectly, it helps in our economy. Yeah, it's true. So there are many ways that you can actually obtain. How can you learn flair? How can you learn to add that finesse in yourself? Well, I always encourage people to read books. Reading books, it's my me time. When you have your me time, sit in a corner, read books. Not only you get a lot of ideas, you improve your vocabulary, but the book indelibly is in your library. So that is something I would always encourage. Yeah. So go around and check what are the books that teach you about etiquette. I always promote my good friends, Jacqueline Whitmer's business class, etiquette, and also there are some books that say how to speak to anyone, because there are people who are very shy. Okay, so let's say you are not patient with books. You might want, you are obsessed. You're obsessed with online learning, online training. Then go. There are so many online presenters. You probably like, choose your online presenter, let's say, and then you can learn something about flair. You can learn something about finesse. Nowadays there are a lot, and this is a time that you can learn something at the comfort of your own home. Or maybe the most economical way and the fastest way is just one push button. Go Google, check out all the YouTubes and the blogs that people write about mannerism, how to add finesse in the way you handle some objections or challenges in your office. That's very easy. Yeah, but it might be quite short and it might not be in depth. So if above all seem very far and not desirable, you might want to kind of, you prefer that kind of learning mode where you can touch, feel, see. You love a kind of experience. You love engagement with people. you want to have a mentor beside you, then you might want to come for my 2-day Flair and Finesse public event. I call that a VIP group coaching. I only do it at a very small group of people so that we get the best out of it. Hello, Jeannie. Jeannie is one of my very good friends, and I love the strength in her. And she's always telling me, Joe, I need you to come and help me with my stuff. I remember up to the time when we have to do email writing, because communication can also be written, verbal, and non-verbal. I remember one of a client, I used to teach her how to start writing an email to say, Dear Mr. Tan, for instance, and this staff say, no, I hate him, I don't want to dear him. So cute. Those were the days, yeah, Jeannie? All right, come back to Flair and Finesse. What do you learn in that 2 days? Like I said, you will get your true experiences, your brainstorming, engagement, touch, feel. So number one, we teach you how to blaze dazzle with your clothes to give you a more polished look. But that's only a very small part, because that is not something that I want to focus. That it's only the beginning part where I always say, dressing smart and smart is always the first glimpse and it's always the first attention. However, it's not going to do you a favor if you do not treat people well or good enough, because people will speak about you. That's why presence means when you are not there, how people speak about you. It's how people feel the person you are, how genuine you are, how supportive you are. So it takes up not just your mannerism, it is also your techniques in your everyday communication. It's just how you parry your words. It's something that is a recipe that we have to cook every day, right? You just need to add something on it to make it sound better, to make it easier for people to like you better, to add the likability factor. Yes, and then I will give you additional, like I said, experience. You will be ushered into a very nice ambience for an afternoon tea etiquette. I will bring you a department guru. You will also learn how to walk with grace, how to create the impact when you get into the party, when you are alone, how do you move your body, up to I call commercial posing, because every day today everybody wants to show their little pictures, right? Sometimes I do, and my friends say, you again showing yourself. I say, no, I'm just practicing whether my commercial posing is effective or not. Yeah, see? Last but not least, I felt that it's pretty important for us, especially leaders or entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs when you're doing your own little business. How do you engineer your own social media presence? I know there are many seminars on social media presence. Maybe not that, but what do you need to do in order for you to get what you want? This is not a full-fledged or a 50% training on that. I will only give an hour to someone who has been engineering my Facebook post, my Facebook live. Like today, I'm compelled to do a live because of her, to say, you have to do it today. I say, okay, next week I'll be very busy. All right, I'm going to do something today. So that's it, yeah. So she compelled me to do a lot of things, and I have to thank her a lot. How we do a lot of StreamYards, Facebook videos, Facebook Live. There are some reasons how you can do your thing. So I'm going to bring her in 1 hour to teach, because that is also communication. social media communication. So what you see, how you treat people, the kind of experience people is going through with you, how you parry your words to add the likability factor. At the same time, have some fun with a mentor beside you, make new friends. This is all the 2 days training of Flair and Finesse. Last but not least, if you don't ask, you don't know what you get. Yeah? We have to be very proactive. You have to take actions very quick. You have to ask, what is it good for you? How, where, and what do I get out of it? Because for a 15-20 minutes live, I cannot be telling you so much. But people who knows me, they know Josephine as a very, you see, like today live is impromptu. I won't tell you, or I won't do like every Monday evening or every Sunday I'm going to do a live. No, I will be very unpredictable, unimaginable, impromptu. I custom make a lot of things for you. And this Flair and Finesse, if the response is good, I might repeat it. If not, I would say at the moment it's a VIP coaching, very private. It's going to be one-off. So catch me if you can, catch me if it is possible. I would like to hear from you and see you. Be there or be square. 2 person you can talk to, either myself, Josephine, you can DM me. My telephone numbers are all over in my posters, or you can check out with my assistant or one of my key graduate. Her name is T. She has been helping me a lot. Get to know who is this trainer, what do I get out of it. Like I said, you may call me, but of course I might say that this is the best training you get. Don't just trust me, trust my students, trust my graduates. Ask T, how many other graduates who have attended my classes or students? Then get the information from there. I believe the third party gives you the best information. Yeah, so I'll see you soon. Be there or be square. Bye.